Okay, so it's recording.
It is now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's on. So, okay, so
You were gonna give the date and stuff?
yeah, today, what is today? Today is July 26th, 2010. And I'm with my mom here, Elizabeth Marco, interviewing her, finding some things out about her that
Well, she'd rather not tell.
that
but-
maybe we didn't know about before, but we'll see. We've never done anything like this before, so we'll just see how it goes. So I have some questions here, and you don't have to, we'll just kind of go through a few of them. You don't have to answer them all. So, the first question I have on my list is, Mom, where were you born? What
Oh.
city?
Easy, Seattle,
Seattle.
Mhm.
Okay. What hospital?
General Hospital, it's no longer around.
Okay. Was it downtown
Mhm.
or? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's where a church is now. but
Okay.
Something like that. yeah.
Okay. And then, so now you were born in Seattle, and then, so how long did you live here before you?
2 years.
Yeah. Okay. When you.
And then my father worked for Westinghouse and he
Okay.
was transferred to Portland by
Okay.
that company.
Okay.
And we were in Portland for 10 years. And then we came back here after, when I was 12, and it was 2 years after that.
Uh-huh.
So we were here
Okay.
for 2 years. And then in 1943, we moved to St. Louis.
Okay.
My father was transferred to St. Louis with Westinghouse that he worked for.
Okay. So you really moved around
Quite a lot.
quite
yeah.
a bit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. During
Yeah.
that time. So you attended. So did you attend? You attended different schools in different cities. So.
Mhm. Yeah, in Portland I went to, well, it was Beaumont,
Okay.
grade school in Portland.
Grade school. Okay.
Same school that Jane Powell went to, by the way.
Oh, really?
In
That
fact, we were
actress in.
almost in the same class. so-
Okay. Wow, very
Way back
interesting.
when,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is interesting. Okay, and then so junior high, you were in what city?
Well, we moved up here in, when I was in, let's see, the second to last year of grade school, and
Okay.
went to, up to Ravenna
Okay.
grade school.
Okay, that's right.
And
And then
When I left there, I went to Grant High School,
Uh-huh.
not Grant, excuse me, Roosevelt High School
okay,
for a year and a half. And then we were transferred from there,
Yeah.
that's when we were transferred to St. Louis after
Okay.
that, so.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I went to Roosevelt I went to summer school.
Oh, did you?
Remember, I don't know if you
that's
remember that,
right.
when I was in high school, I
forgot
I
that.
had to catch up for one
Oh.
summer, yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually went to the same school one
Yeah,
time,
for a while,
for a
yeah.
short time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then, and then college, where did you go to college?
Oh, you lived in St. Louis, and then
Okay.
when I graduated from high school in St. Louis, that was in 1946.
Okay,
Then I went to Peabody College in Nashville, Tennessee.
in Nashville?
Went
Okay.
there for 2 years.
Yeah,
And then 2 years after that, I went to North Texas State.
okay,
Went there for 2 years, graduated in 1950
okay,
from North Texas State.
okay, very good. So now in college, is that where you, when did you get interested in music?
Oh,
And,
well,
and
I've always
learning-
had piano since I was probably
Okay.
8 years old.
Okay,
And then, but you're probably gonna ask about the harp. The harp I
Yeah.
started, after we had moved to St. Louis, the high school I was going to, they wanted somebody that knew piano, how to play the piano, to learn. They had a harp. They wanted someone to
Uh-huh.
learn how to get it used, so they could get someone playing with a band or orchestra there.
oh,
So they wanted 4 people to
Uh-huh.
learn the harp. Well, I was the only one that applied, so.
okay.
So I ended up having the harp at home, and,
Okay,
which made it more interesting for me.
fascinating. See, I never knew that.
Oh, really? Oh, that's how I ended up with that.
Yeah, that's
When
great.
I was in high school, and we
Yeah.
went to Maplewood High School in St.
Yeah.
Louis, and that's where I
Okay,
played there with their band and orchestra. Not very
Okay.
well,
And-
but
yeah,
well
well,
enough.
but, yeah. Now, when you were playing, did you? I'd asked you this before. Do you remember what your biggest audience was, or where it was when you were
Well, I
playing?
don't know, probably when we were touring around.
Okay.
And that wasn't done until really I was in college.
Okay,
At Texas State,
afterwards.
when playing with the orchestra and the band, and we toured all
Mhm.
over. I don't know how many, several hundred anyway, but probably
Okay.
the largest crowd was
Okay.
more or less several thousand. And
Wow.
one time I played with the St. Louis had an all city orchestra made up of people, musicians from all over St. Louis,
Okay.
and so I played the harp with that orchestra, and there were huge crowds for that. That I
Wow.
don't know how many.
Now, were
A
you
lot.
ever nervous on stage
Oh yes,
when
and
you're
not on stage, but before.
just before?
Oh,
Once,
yeah.
Okay. Then once you got out there,
Yeah, a little
Just-
bit, but not terrible.
just and all those people were out. That's why. See, I can't. I can't imagine that. I'm not a
Oh.
performer. I've never been one, and
Well, I was
it's just
thinking
that
more
the
about the music, I
yeah,
guess.
and maybe your passion for it, and
Uh-huh.
that kind of took over.
Yeah, I
Any
enjoyed what I
fear,
was doing.
nerves.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, great. Let's see. And I asked you, tell me, when I asked you earlier if you ever sang.
No.
Tell me about
No.
that again.
No, one time I took a couple of singing lessons just because I had a good friend that taught
Yeah.
it, but not
Okay.
very well.
Okay. But you tried. You wanted to
Yeah,
try
I
it, though.
tried it, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good. Let's see. So, I had one question. Going backwards, and I meant to ask this earlier. You were 13 years old on December 7th, 1941.
Mhm.
And then, so tell me about, you remember that day and
Oh,
where you were
yeah,
sitting
when
and what
that
you were
was
doing?
Pearl Harbor. We
Yeah.
were living in St. Louis there, and I remember listening. That was before TV, so I always listened to the radio.
Yeah.
And I had the radio on Sunday morning, and I forget, was listening to some music program probably. I remember in the corner of the house we were living in, and that's where our radio was, so I was
Yeah.
there, and then they broke in with the announcement
Yeah.
about Pearl Harbor. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everybody was stunned,
Just-
couldn't
yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, well, kind of like 9/11.
Yeah,
Here,
yes,
you always,
sort of like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you
Although
always,
you knew more details about 9/11,
Well,
Pearl
yeah.
Harbor, we didn't even know really where it was. I
Yeah.
didn't know I'd ever heard
Yeah,
about it.
let
So,
alone,
and with the radio only, no pictures or anything, you
Yeah.
just heard
Yeah.
about it, so.
yeah. If they had, I suppose you would have seen the news broadcast.
Oh,
so it
yeah,
just
which we
over-
later on.
over,
we
yeah,
showed that
later
in
you-
movies, so
yeah, you
that-
got to see
yeah,
finally,
yeah.
newsreel footage of it.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's very
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you about you and Annie Barbara, and I've always wanted to know this. Growing up, did you guys always get along? And
Well,
was there any?
occasionally, no, not when we were really young.
Yeah.
We had arguing, and we'd actually physically type arguing for a while.
You throw punches at each
Yeah.
other? Or?
Well, one thing I was gonna mention about after the war started, or after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, everybody got very concerned about the West Coast being bombed by Japan, and so everybody in their attic, they had a sand and a shovel
Mhm.
and a sand ready in case we were hit, by be able to put out a fire in our attic.
Really?
If a bomb hit it, everybody had that sort of thing in
Yeah,
their house, just in case something like that would happen.
you'd have the
Which
ability.
is sort of scary to
Yeah.
act on. It never did happen, but everybody
Yeah.
was really concerned about
Well, it was just, during the 50s, people had built bomb shelters, in
Oh,
their
yeah,
homes and
yeah,
stuff too.
especially out on the west
That's
coast where
good.
we were. It's
Yeah.
a little bit different when we moved to St. Louis. People were not as afraid of something like that. So
Yeah,
it was almost over with, well, not quite, but
yeah, wow, that's
doing well.
yeah.
Yeah,
very, very fascinating.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's see here.
I can't really think of anything,
Yeah,
I think you covered everything.
let's see. Well, that was just the first page.
Oh.
And I didn't ask you everything yet.
Oh, okay.
But that's good if you want to just stop and we
Yeah,
can do a little more
maybe
later.
that's
Yeah,
enough.
okay.
Just think,
Yeah, I think, Okay, I think I'll turn
I'm
it
trying
over.
to think of, I think that's.
I've got some stuff later here too,
Oh,
so I
okay.
can ask you, but we can do that another time, so.
Yeah,
So this
okay.
was kind of fun,
Yeah.
so I'll shut the camera off.